Hello, everybody. Uh, I am not playing Baba's You because that little bunny is beating the shit out of me and I can't take it anymore. So, I was trying to think. Well, this music is a little loud. Turn this down a touch. I was trying to think. I don't know why it wants me to use my gamepad. All right. I haven't played Disco Elysium. I know it's a little bit older, but it was rated very well. I know people were going crazy for it, and it's supposed to be like some kind of, I don't know, my impression is that it's like a surrealist kind of abstract thinking adventure RPG game. I don't know. So this is what we're gonna look at. Hey, Kyotri. Thought I heard you. Go downstairs onto your computer, and there you are. You're excited. Okay, good. I'm excited too. So we're gonna see what this is all about. I love the art style though. It's like paint, like hand painted. Okay, I don't know what side of the screen is gonna have most of the stuff on it, so I might have to move over there. No, over there. We'll see. All right. Okay, let's see here. This is interesting. So we've got thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. And they get encyclopedia. Sensitive, very psychological, magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Oh, that's good. Physical, extremely physical. Interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Interesting, interesting. So we have intellect, logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization, visual, calculus. Psyche, volition, inland empire, empathy, authority, suggestion, esprit de corps. I don't know what esprit de corps. Esprit de corps. Body, spirit of body. Kind of, I don't, not sure what that means. How well your body's built. Physical instrument, electrochemistry, endurance, half-light, pain threshold, shivers. These are some weird-ass stats. Motorics, how well you move your body, hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed, savoir-faire. I've heard that before, but I can't think of what that is off the top of my head. Interfacing and composure. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. These are really weird archetypes. What do we got for create your own? Raw brain power, how smart you are. Sensitivity, how emotionally intelligent you are. Your musculature, how strong you are. Your senses, how agile you are. Random. Average, good, and terrible. I don't know. There's a next, though. I think I would like intellect, psych, low physique. We could go right down to a 1 physique. Not solve anything with violence. Smart, dexterous, and weak, maybe. Kind of like me in real life. I'm not a 5, though. That's selling myself too high. Violence is always the answer. It will be, and I will always get the answer wrong. I think we'll do, well, I mean, we could do 2 and 2. 5, 3, 2, and 2. Let's do it. So, oh man. And then you get a signature skill. Okay. This is really crazy shit. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. Call upon knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Play the actor. Lie and detect lies. Conceptualization. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law. Knowing is half the battle, but the other half is violence. G.I. Joe. Man, this stuff is really... I just want to know what this is. Sneak... Oh, this must be like underhanded. Like dirty fighting. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. And then like... Electrochemistry. Go to party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Pain threshold and endurance make sense. Master machines. Pick locks and pockets. Composure. Volition. Inland Empire. Dreams and waking life. This shit's crazy. This is some crazy stats. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Oh, okay. Suggestion. You get a point. You get a point in logic, right? Oh, you pick one of these as your signature skill. We're not putting points in any of these, I don't think. They start at 5 because their base is whatever the base stat is. Okay. So pick one of these as the signature. Ooh. I think we'll just go for logic. Set our signature as logic. So it gets +1 for being a signature skill. Okay. Hey, Saul. Disco Elysium, you heard a lot of good things about this one? Yeah, same. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It was a while ago, so I figured, the hell, I already owned it on Steam, and it's just been sitting there unplayed.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
So it's I'm assuming that's my ancient reptilian brain talking. You've seen 3 or 4 hours of gameplay. Looks like a good time. I haven't seen anything. I'm going in totally blind.
Ever. Never, ever.
I'm in for a treat. I hope so.
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
This is awesome.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give
Do
them to
you
me.
really?
I do.
You
Let me
wouldn't
out.
like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Interesting. Wow. So, like, all the different voices, but also my... Wow, I don't know what's going on. This is wild.
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the
You
ball?
can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
Just duking it out. I keep hearing about what's that?
Dying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face. Or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
You mean drowned?
You lost.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Open your eyes. I think maybe I should switch sides. There we go. Maybe all the dialogue is going to be on that side. I'm quite nearly or entirely nude. Nice portrait. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. It's like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This real tape player is still on, rolling empty. Let's put on my pants. Something that didn't quite make any sense there. Pants. +1 electrochemistry. -1 savoir-faire. Savoir-faire. I can walk around with
You hear a jingle.
oh,
Keys are clinking
Perception.
in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
don't bother putting your pants on, you just have to take them off again later. A good point.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Alright. What's this? Broken window.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
So you do two six-sided... You do 2 d6 rolls. This is a white check. You may retry it.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Break it with my own
A
hands.
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More
do this
likely a
then.
projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go and get that shoe.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
So that's interesting that the subtitles are coming up and I can't read them. I don't know if I can't read them or if that's like a stylistic choice. Go get my coat here. Take off. The jacket is +1 Aspire of Decor. And my tie on the fan.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Only 72% chance, though.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Oh,
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving.
oh. Did I take a damage?
For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Oh, that's not good.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
Well, no tie for me, I guess. What do we got in this room over here? Bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Shirt, maybe? And this shirt is going to be doing conceptualization, but -1 suggestion. Charm men and women. So it's not a very charming white shirt. But it does help me to see art.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Oh,
Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities, virile, uncaring towards the little things?
it's interesting.
Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What? What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sorry.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
That portrait there. I'm assuming that's a portrait because that's the only very vague uh, view I have of myself. I wonder if I get. Hold on, I'm gonna move my. I can move me a little bit here, out of the way. There. At least my tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Wipe the mirror now.
Behold.
Oof. I have definitely seen better days down there. My goodness.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
It's this is the face of a late stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay.
Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off, too, in a sad has-been kind of way. It's an expression of pain.
You are correct.
You are correct. So I have a choice here. I have bad electrochemistry. Attempt to stop the expression. I love it's capitalized. Attempt to stop the expression. Dig deep in your mind to locate the source of the expression.
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million.
Guillaume le Million.
If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Guillaume le Million. I'm pronouncing it right, I guess.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
The expression. I love how dire he sounds when he says that. I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click. How long ago was the new?
Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
So I adopted it? Why?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
Anything else? Like who I am? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice Kanema.
I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume on his champagne corks whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Impossible challenge. Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
It's too late.
Nope.
I'd like an image of film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It will take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Alright. Let the mirror be for now. That's something. Wow. What do we got down here? Sort thoughts. I have thoughts. Internalize. I don't know what that is. What is all this? I don't know what this is. This is weird shit. Bonuses from thoughts. What the fuck? Temporary research bonus. -1 logic. Head in the clouds for 4 hours and 30 minutes, I'm assuming. And then you come out with a bonus afterward? I don't know what's going on. Okay. I don't know what that is. I'm going to wait for the game to present it organically. I'm going to go get my shoe. What is this? Morale and health. Take my single shoe. Green shoe, left foot. Ugh, that is gaudy. Green crocodile leather shoe is a high heel and chrome embellishments. Alright, let's open this door. What's this? I don't know. I'm assuming that's my perception or whatever. La Parba, 26 centigrade, arid. Something on the table. Money. I'm gonna go get my shoe off the balcony. Well, the sea makes me dizzy. There's my shoe. Gust of briny wind washes over you. Take my other shoe. I now have shoes, which give me composure because of awesome watchtower heels. Halogen watermarks. An unsavory odor. It has a description for the buff that it gives you. Tight around the thighs, but tight around the crotch. Oh. That is awesome. Man. Love it.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Indiscriminately snakeskin.
Like two baby crocodiles.
Like two baby crocodiles. How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the
Gives me a
only
morale.
good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Fair. The only good thing about me right now are that my shoes are very comfortable. You know, comfortable footwear is very important, so it's not surprising. There was another door. Can I get my tie now?
This fan has two chain pull switches.
No. What about this door? Is locked. Alright then.
Hello, officer.
March 51. Doesn't say what 51. 2051?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Miss Orange Disco Dancer. Klasj. Klasji? Klasji?
A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking. I don't even know where I'm going. Weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trump Le Monde. Guess we're going downstairs. Where am I? Oh, over here. Summer door closed for the winter. This place has possibly seen better days. This is where the lyrics would be. Big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. Speakers connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy, get the people going.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Okay. Finish that thought. Hello, barkeep.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Can I help you with that?
Look, your buddy is over there.
Looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
You mean my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things?
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all that time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Alright, I'll leave. Here. Menu's been wiped clean. Only Monday written on it. Woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. What is this? No Safed? Is +1 health? It's a health restoration item, I'm assuming. Just goes straight into charges. Interesting, alright. Water cooler, a large bubble is rising to the surface. Guess I can, like, listen. Oh, yeah, see, I heard something there. Soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. So you can, like, listen as you walk around. That's interesting. Sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 4. This guy's my buddy, I guess. Royal pinball machine is unplugged.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Kitsuragi.
If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why?
Hold on, who is he to me?
He is your half-brother.
Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Conceptualization. Invent a name for myself.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not time yet. It is not yet time. Say nothing.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah. No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Let's get going then.
After you, officer.
I'm not going to let him know that I'm having memory issues at this time.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible.
Don't forget
But
you don't
getting
want
the
him to
body
know.
down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Thank you, tutorial agent. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to, oh, I can run, okay. Talk to this guy again.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching.
Man with the
He drops the
unimpressive
ledger
beard.
he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liqueur?
Are you kidding me?
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right then, questions. I got this.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Thank you, Rhetoric. Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference? You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
thank you.
Opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Didn't go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist? I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. You're right. I probably should have asked. I'm going to press him.
What?
Do you have a phallus in your ear? I said I'm a feminist. That's right. It's one thing I know about myself is that I'm a total raging feminist. You heard me.
Is that so? Mr. Feminist?
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Interesting. Thought cabinet. That must be what we were looking at earlier. Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
It's a good question. Before you said they hoisted him up. Who do you mean by they?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who exactly is saying that?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The Unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
I have another question.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
That's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
This is a red check. It cannot be retried. I have savoir-faire 0. I don't know you shit.
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
All right, calm down. What is this about?
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
You're under arrest. But what exactly is money? What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
What exactly is money?
What are you, brain damaged?
No, I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours. Proceed and show him the coins you found. Is this money?
Yes, it is.
Count them and give them to him. That's 10 plus 10 plus 20 equals 40. I'm now down to 90, right?
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
Okay.
The cafeteria manager stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter before him. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Keep it to yourself and pick up the coins.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
He wants to say something and thinks better of it. All right.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marvel Hill.
Why did you say that?
They must have some meaning for me. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place? They must have some meaning for me.
The old thesaurus comes up empty. Maybe you should ask the lieutenant.
All right.
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying.
An expression.
Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace? I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobocop. Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Thought gained. Lonesome long way home. Alright, so we've got some thoughts in our thought cabinet. We have inexplicable feminist agenda. Temporary bonus is +2 authority against men. Problem. Something stirs in you. Something interdisciplinary. Is it a newly formed reaction to the tyrannical gender roles around you, or something you've always had? One thing is for sure. You're not a mild feminist. Oh no. These are incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into some sort of weapon, perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony. Perhaps. Temporary research bonus. I'm assuming that I don't know. I should probably internalize something, though, here. Gillian de Million. Whatever happened to Gillian de Million, who, with his amber mane and sparkling teeth, beguiled the tattered remains of the nation? While you suffered and suffered, did he dematerialize in a cloud of cocaine dust? Or did he simply stand in the corner and melt into the slendering new lines of some starlit boîte de nuit 20 years ago? Spare a thought for his great ass, too. Or wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West. Temporary research bonus, +1 encyclopedia, factual memory returns. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor tract, the 881, until you reach Le Domaine Emena in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. I will internalize this one. Bonuses from thoughts. Produce a long, lonesome way home. So I have +1 to encyclopedia. I don't know what happens when this finishes, so we will find out. Alright. Out to see the body then, I suppose. Door is bolted. Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 p.m. I thought I could get in here. You said I could get in there, right? Going through the kitchen?
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
Or its hallmarks.
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
The idea of a king in a century gone is pretty fascinating. I'd rather know more about the world of today.
The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows.
Interesting. So, I believe that I could get in here, right? I just want to open this door, please. I feel like... I feel like I missed something that was said about how to get into the back. Maybe I should ask again here.
Can I help you?
No. Is it through the kitchen, right? But it doesn't let me in. Okay, well, I guess I go out front then. Kitchen was this way. Is this the hole they're talking about? Nope. Is this the hole they're talking about?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Why am I looking at this pile of the roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
I failed.
Rhythmic pattern. Calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Okay. I need to... What was that? Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Oh, this is it. That's the body.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Get an exact count.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Footprints. 8 pairs.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46?
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Pretty good at this, ain't I?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Very, very heavy person, or the footprints that carried the body?
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
Bad left leg, putting more weight on the right foot?
How many?
400 million. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Aberration, one soul smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul.
You have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
One of the people we are looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Nod thoughtfully.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
Light step, number 41 shoe.
A woman? Or a kid?
I think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
We have a firm understanding of what happened here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
Been through all of it.
Kuno's got this.
Boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
God.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
There's another kid. Kuno and Kuno S. Hey kid, a word. Police business. This game is gold. I am loving it. I am loving this game. It is great. Like, I'm just loving the right, man. The writing is like music. It's like musical. I adore it.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
It's love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Hold on, what does that mean?
The kid is obviously high.
Stop getting high at my crime scene.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah! Right in the mouthhole!
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kid's siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
Forces.
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig.
This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
He's hiding something.
Shit, some gimps left behind. Sounds legitimate. Are you hiding something?
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden.
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again.
Might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Body, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally choking.
Help me out here. What do we want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone.
You know, have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Looks like you're a fagari now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
You know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Where is Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
More on this later.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation?
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
Thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
I wonder if I could get my morale back by perhaps throwing a rock at this child's head. What a beautiful personality you have, Kuno. Her aura wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above, descending. What else here?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We get the lock open.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
All right. Okay, let's look at this. We've got makeshift ladder up here. Kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Let go of your nose without throwing up? God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Turn away. Trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. This magnesium? Magnesium helps my morale somehow. Take another look at this thing.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Drama said take another look. Oh, I like that. Drama. Like proper noun.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid
Nope,
rhythmic
didn't
pattern
work.
calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Put skill points into perception to open this check. So I can try again if I get more perception. This button. I can level stuff up. Well, I could put a point in perception. I don't have enough skill points available. I thought I saw a level up. The level up button was highlighted over something. I must be because I didn't have anything selected. Okay. I don't hear or smell anything, I guess. Or see anything. Local municipality of Revachol. Revachol. What's up here? Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 8B. Alright, let's go get the key and check the dumpster. What's going on here? If snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police."
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool, and what are you doing here?
I am working.
Working on what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But?
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Wipes her brow with a canary yellow glove. What does this one say? Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Alright. Go get the key for the dumpster. Actually, let's talk to this woman.
Hello, sweetie.
Cryptozoologist's wife? It's quite the title.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
Wink. Wink twice. No, I'm done with mating rituals this time
The
around.
mating rituals aren't the good part, sweetie. I know it's none of my business, but you look like you need someone to take care of you.
I do look in very rough shape.
I suppose all of us do at one time or another. I don't know what I'd do without Morel. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Seem to be in a chair. How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural. Kim, of course, I forgot I had you. You're probably right, Kim.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
I gotta get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Gives me a small wave. I will come back to you later and ask you in confidence if you know what's going on with my memory. Hey.
Can I help you?
Is a trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Maybe I am
What are we
Krasmazov.
talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Yes, let's return to
Was
that.
there something you wanted?
We need those keys.
What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Seeing something here at the Whirling Gart. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
A sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, chair's too low.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Guard, I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
I have a search warrant.
No, you don't.
How do you know?
If you had a warrant, you'd be shoving it in my face right now. Besides, the RCM doesn't do search warrants. I know the law. You'll just have to wait for the kitchen to open. If you have to get in there, which you don't.
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. No need for superstar charm or Sambo-style antics here. Sambo is an acronym for Samaran boxing. Graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. Just letting you know.
I love how they like I don't know what are these parts of my ego, I guess, like interacting and playing off each other is so interesting. Like one part of my ego will say something and then the other part of my ego goes, by the way, what he just said, that's very cool.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Goodbye. Oh, God. All right, you gave me the keys so I can go check that dumpster. Assuming there might be something in it from the crime that took place, perhaps.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What's this?
Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Look at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
Looks into the container.
the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Bag the shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Interesting. All right, we're going to take a quick break here, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Alright. I don't know what happened there. Shortcut keys bled through again. That's supposed to be done. Just gonna let that go, I guess. Twitch ad timings. So funny. Alright. So that was his shirt probably over his eye because he was a mercenary.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Okay, proceed.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
The mug, I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
Miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash? I don't know. I'm boring.
Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the
Close the
Interact
lid.
tab to read your paperwork.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Leave. Okay. So I have some stuff in my inventory. Use interact button on inventory to inspect this item. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the whirling in rags dumpster. Depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. Seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. This is a ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. Use interact button in inventory. I don't know how to use the interact button. F? What is the interact button if not clicking? I've just been clicking on everything.
It's the
Oh,
legend
there's
found
literally
in
a
the
button
trash.
above it.
A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us.
Browse the white papers. Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Back to the rest of this mess.
U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across the aluminum.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, what is this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue? They look exactly the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
2 cases a week, a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Nod and return to the case notes.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files, commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter.
There was a mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
The guy's on a couch in an unexpected location.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
That's funny. We just went from one note-taking, case-solving game to another. I didn't even do that on purpose. I knew nothing about this game. That's so funny. Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Kim, do you have a pen?
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one?
Nor did I give this to you with resentment.
With this beauty. Commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brondo's got electrolytes.
Thank you very much.
It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across
I love
the
making
paper.
lists.
You're
and
done,
crossing
seems
things
to
out.
say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick. The Furies are at home in the mirror. The Hanged Man, I guess.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
You really like that name.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting these. Also, I leveled up.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read the case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Wait, what is HDB 41?
41 is your precinct.
But what is HDB?
It's safe to say those are the initials of the officer responsible for the case. Your initials.
Horace Debbie Berenger? From Darjan Bizankin? I don't know what to say to that. Horace Debbie Berenger?
That is improbable.
That is improbable. How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
I can revisit this.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Browse the yellow papers. This is taking time, too, by the way.
Thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
Types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Pleasantly vague. I suppose a law enforcement officer would enjoy that vagueness. Enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Put that away. And then let's look at this mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective.
Fair enough. Alright. So can I go and give this corpse field autopsy form now?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Nope. There was something over here, though, I thought. A ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. And I think I leveled up, right? So I actually have a point. I don't know where it goes. Should I put it in perception so that I can see about that? I'm going to put it in perception so I can see about that corrugated metal. And we'll give that one more shot.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
58%.
Because it's
God
nice and
damn it.
rhythmic pattern.
Alright, well, I tried. Okay. So. Now what am I doing? I need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. So I kind of have to try to suppress the urge, and I will fail. Him said it was okay to throw
There
up, so...
he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes
Delicious.
out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. Let's go ask her for some of those salts. So you gave me a blue oblong pen. Blue pen. A large caliber bullet that shoots out ink once belonging to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Comes with a side order of resentment. The handkerchief given to you by Lieutenant Kitsuragi. One corner is adorned with lace and a tiny embroidered portiere. May I have some salt?
I can't believe it's snowing again.
Young woman watches the falling snow and sighs.
It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
You still have your salts? I think I could use some.
Sure. I'm done with them.
A small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She doesn't understand.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Never mind.
She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
I have to run. She didn't want to talk about it. What's this anyway?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Visual calculus. Reconstruct the movement.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think.
Alright. Okay, let's try this again. Now that I have an ampoule of ammonia, a thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting used to treat fainting spells, produced by St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Alright, let's
with
try
his
this.
white eyes. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Well, that didn't work. The ammonia didn't help at all. Spit and say nothing.
Are you okay, officer?
Feel the lieutenant pat you on the back. Heavy, rhythmic pats.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
Aw.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? This is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
Draws his hands and looks you in the eye.
You need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Thought gain. Volumetric shit compressor.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over...
Yes, thank you.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Alright. Give it half an hour, so 11:30. Check that volumetric shit compressor. Yeah, so this one gives no temporary bonus. This is straight up, give it half an hour. Okay. So it will do a change. Okay, I think I see how these work now. So some of them give you a bonus while you're working on them. And then they may do something afterward as well. Alright, problem. Your shit is apart. And it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Let's internalize this one. That one only takes half an hour. I can internalize more than one thought. I can internalize up to 6 thoughts at a time, it appears. Might as well do not that one right now because I need the logic, but I could definitely do this one right now. +2 authority against men. I need that one right now, though. I'm gonna just leave those for now. Okay, let's go do something else. Can I talk to this stupid kid? You know what? I don't want to talk to that stupid kid. Okay. Let's see. Equip and complete volumetric ship compressor. Report my badge missing. Who made the call? Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave. Pay for damages. Find out who is in the union box. Put the clothes in the trash. Ask Kuna if he knows anything. Ask Gart if he knows how the victim's clothes. I'm gonna go ask Gart. I don't want to talk to that fucking kid. The kid needs to be educated. Bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime. Maybe who cares? Just rum?
Finish thought. Alcohol got us into quite a bit of a mess. I don't remember my name or where I live. Man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Oh, God. Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Physical instrument. Challenging. Wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Alright, we'll leave him to sleep. Alright, you.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Thanks.
Yes?
Another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Oh, guess
yes?
I didn't. Goodbye. Alright. Want to talk?
Hello again, sweetie.
I've got to get going. Never mind. We got map. this? These are white checks maybe that I can't do right now because I need to... Yeah. These are found white checks. Those on white are available to try now. Yeah. Okay. Can't do any of those yet. Let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Yeah, why would I want to do that? Just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Oh, okay.
The lieutenant nods.
You ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
How do you, tap the side of your head? I get it. You're one of those old school detectives. Nod respectfully.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Would you... If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Tell me about it.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
All right.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
I have all I need for now.
Good.
All right. Nothing else. Check out his car. This is his car, I guess.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white.
Really
livery,
weird,
bearing the
groovy
number
looking car, man.
57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Slapping a marching rhythm on my thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
You know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective?
She doesn't sound like she's actually that sorry. You quit your job at the whirling? Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? Okay, did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Messing everything up again. Volumetric shit compressor is done. Alright, well, I got everything I need then.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you?
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just, you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua thing?
The stuffed bird. The great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch bird got what was coming to her. That doesn't sound anything like me. I love birds.
Yes, well...
Static on the radio suggests Sylvie doesn't have a comment.
Rubbish. You're a green hat and feather-toting bird watcher.
I think I might be a birdie, a bird-watching enthusiast, you know? Am I, though?
Or a cop with brain damage. One of the two.
Tell me I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, which song was it?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry. Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about being the most boring person alive and how everyone leaves you because you're just so boring.
I'm sorry.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
But when I spoke to Guard, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
What else did I sing beside the O.O.? I'm looking for a song.
All sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe you can help me identify this one particular song.
Which one would that be?
One that was really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Franz. Richard, that right up.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Right. Thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
Voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox.
Close the door. Okay. This.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
That's great. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay, so then I can equip or unequip. Or I have to forget them. Get skill points and then forget them. Interesting. Very interesting system here. It's kind of like perk paths, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna go tell this dude that it was my fault and not his. Because I have some bad karma to pay off here. Talk to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you.
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
Bird.
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
She didn't break it. I did. I threw it against the wall.
You broke the skewer.
His face is flushed with emotions. A rash covers his neck.
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
It's a mystery.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said she was flattered. It was just a bad timing.
Really? I should give her a call then.
The man doesn't know what to say. He wipes his brow and stares at the counter.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
No, that's it. All right. Let's try to inspect the body now. All right. Can I do this? Can I do this now?
There he still is, looking right through you.
Shit,
with his
compressed.
white eye. The body below is in. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
They always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Let's do it from the bottom up.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
They aren't just boots, are they? They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Forget about the notebook. Tell me about the armor.
It's clearly some manner of super armor. Or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for this species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
He was just wearing these boots and there was no rest of the armor?
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
Could have been walking around naked. They told him to strip before they hung him to demean him.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Ugh.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
Material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
Lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
That's a lot, I take it.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Initial report.
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Your finger over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Nice. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
Tips the drying ballpoint of his pen on his tongue.
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
No, we're not gonna lie, drama.
That doesn't sound like a serial number. Where's the structure and logic of a line of manufactured products?
Did I pick the lie?
No
Oh,
matter.
whoops.
We should run it.
Drama.
True. It didn't have the cadence and logic of a real manufactured item.
Actually, I don't know why I lied. The number is E50 100 1000.
Officer, the decomposing corpse has temporarily suspended my sense of humor. Let's continue in a less playful manner. Anyway, we have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Uh-oh.
Stop!
Whoop.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Let go of the boot.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why's he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
I don't know.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Look at these tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a microelectric system?
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
Missing something here.
I agree.
Sudden ring fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Let the lieutenant work.
Shit!
An instant color camera.
Uses 2 metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Points the camera at the corpse. Peering into it, the lens needs adjusting. Then
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
See the piece of rolled-up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eyes, I guess. No, belt is next.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
No, they might have forgotten to brief me.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope was reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Points to the buckled, tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Makes a pulling motion.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Look off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Let's try this. Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Cobo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions.
You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Could I really be Harry?
You can be anything you want, brother Corpo.
I feel like I've forgotten something terrible.
Because you have.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
He's dead. What do I see here? Let's go back. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours. Hands. Stomach. Only the lower extremities are pink. Fat hands, thighs, neck, just above the noose. Beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
He was upright after death. Hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
He was strangled by someone?
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Wow, Kim.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
He went to the toilet sometime before death.
Maybe.
He doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. Back off and catch your breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down?
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I mean someone who's below detective. You have a point
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands.
Covers his nose.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Saw the branch.
Climb up there and... saw the branch?
Yeah, seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
There, the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen?
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Oh, it's a breech-loaded pistol?
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice.
Muzzle loader.
Mass-produced muzzle loader. Ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Yeah, wait. Let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
I can try to shoot him down, I guess.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
I'm gonna need your gun for this.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
I think someone stole it from me. Stolen my gun. Gun is stolen.
Extremely unfortunate. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Take the gun.
You fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Point the gun at these friggin' kids.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Fucking point the gun at the kid. Shut up.
Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Point the gun at Kunoesi.
Do it! Set me free!
Jesus.
Don't.
You feel the lieutenant's hand on your shoulder.
Do it!
Jesus. Point the gun. I can make myself shoot the kid. Point the gun at the belt.
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
Close my left eye first. Oh, I responded to provocation, so I got a -1.
Your field
No,
of
I'm not
view
going to shoot a
narrows.
kid. I'm not going to shoot.
The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional.
I want to.
The metal
God,
buckle
fucking
glimmers,
kid. I should just throw a
catching
rock at
the
them,
new
though.
light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
There's a very low shot. Oops.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened.
Ugh. I did not roll well. 5 and 1.
You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest.
Whoops.
Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a mulko!
Start crying. You're sensitive. I should have probably added morale here. There's an ad coming up. Something wrong with your weapon, Lieutenant. It keeps missing.
The armistice is sufficiently precise, officer, especially at close range.
Takes the side armor from you and holsters it.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Pigs don't have hands. They have, like...
These fucking kids are
hooves or
driving me
something.
nuts.
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
Lieutenant, we could entrust Kuno with your service weapon. He says he can shoot it down.
The lieutenant does not dignify that with an answer. He snaps the button on his holster and says,
You guys, stop for an ad right here, and we're going to see what Kim says. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Oh, man. American election results. Oh. I wish I could just fly away from here. Just fly away. All right. Yeah, I don't want it. Whatever. Okay. No politics. No politics. I brought it up. That's my bad. I don't talk about that shit. Okay. What is he gonna say?
We still need to get him down somehow.
His tone is growing tired now. The stench makes him turn away from the corpse. But how?
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Won't it be dangerous?
To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves.
Well, we both can't shoot, unfortunately, Kim.
Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
How do we get inside the harbor?
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
To the gates. Let's negotiate.
Who's Everett Clare?
The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want to owe him much.
Yeah? Don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
Let's get to it then. Fucking kids. You know what? Hey.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
I'm sorry about that. I got carried away.
Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife.
What the fuck? This
Kuno
kid.
knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, put the fucking knife in you. Yeah, I've been in your room. But you and Kuno are good for now, pals. Shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
Okay, let's.
And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now what is it?
Oh, I got -1 from backing down from him. I just want to figure out what's going on with this kid.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
You know, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level.
Overcompensating, Kuno.
You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
You okay, Kuno?
The Kun has her confused.
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Discuss the body with you.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Mutant.
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
You mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Forms a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Let it be.
Yes, pray pardon, sire. Better to let it be. I did not mean to make you paranoid.
There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
Grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're stupid. Contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks or stones left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
On this later. Right now, let's talk
You're
about something
testing
else.
Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Question about the crime
Yeah?
scene.
The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
Dead man's clothes are in the trash container. How'd they get
Yeah,
there?
Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Need to know. Could lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with a murder scene.
Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, I told you so, any louder.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientist.
Believe it, you need this shit.
Unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Coach Physical Instrument?
They will also make you into an idiot.
No, Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pants.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
Or climb that ladder?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
Would you say the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
It's in the greenhouse over there.
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
You mean the young woman by whirlings and rags, that gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, her.
What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
I should ask her about that.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
There's also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Actually, talking about this makes me uncomfortable. Let's back up a notch.
Yeah, back out of this shit with Kuno.
Back out and take your fat ass with you.
No questions later.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Oh, kid. This kid. I don't think I can do this yet.
An inconspicuous...
That kid's driving me fucking nuts, which I guess is his point. Alright, I gotta go find out now what's going on with... Did I get something in my inventory here? Tools? No. Interact? Oh, the photo. Lieutenant Kitsuragi snapped this photo of the hangman's tattoos. It displays the intricate web of blue lines stretching across his torso. You have to admit, it looks quite cool.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory, but not quite.
Who are you?
Gone.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
All right. That's that then. Let's go talk to this suspicious gardener. Oh, did I level up? Empathy? Volition? Ah, it's my morale. Authority? Suggestion? Visual calculus?
Look at us.
Rhetoric.
Hey, look at us.
Hey,
Look at us.
Jorstar.
Who would've
How's
thought?
it going?
Not me.
Thanks for the resub. I appreciate that. Welcome in. It's getting real close to the end of the stream, though, but thanks for coming by. I appreciate that. How have you been? Playing lots of Once Human? Lots of Once Human still? Yeah. Hey, I'm glad that you found a game that's like really grabbed you. That's awesome. Understand others. I think I want this Inland Empire. I don't know what that is, but I like it. Snare has its own issues. Oh, so having some trubs. I would have hated it. Okay. Well, I'm glad I skipped it then. I would rather have left the game being like, I got what I got out of it, and I enjoyed my time with it, but it was time for me to move on, than like getting it like to death. It punishes you for not playing. Yeah. I don't like that. I definitely don't like that. I was talking about that. Resonate asked me if I wanted to play Elite Dangerous again, because it's been like years since I played Elite Dangerous. They've been in it a lot. But like, I feel like it's the same thing. Leave your ship at wherever the last time you logged out. You log out for a week, your friends all move their ships somewhere else, and then you go to play for an hour and you spend 40 minutes just flying to catch up with them. Yeah, I can't stand that stuff. Drop in and just play, then leave, and then come back whenever you want. Like Space Marine 2, I'm out of Space Marine 2 for weeks and weeks. I just pick it up and play again whenever I want. It has to do with the heat and cold stuff. I'm assuming like, I don't know if you were watching the couple of streams I did when I played Age of Automata or whatever, the MMO in alpha test. It had kind of the same thing where you have to like build, like put supplies in your pillar or whatever, or the thing runs out and your base decays. Oh, if you didn't play enough in phase 1, it screwed you? Ugh. That's awful. That sounds terrible. No, it's not exactly like that. That sounds terrible, though. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Alright, I'm gonna talk to this gardener.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
I've investigated the body. Shouldn't be long until we get it down.
Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping me in the know, sir.
More like a passive buff thing. No decay stuff?
Of course.
That's good.
Where to?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
Where we are.
We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
It's up in the north.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The
East?
harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
So?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
It's on the other side of the
Just
canal.
coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Your base gets terrorized 2 times a day? Like, no matter what? Like, you're not farming the star stuff or whatever?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. No problem.
So what have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Squint your eyes and look at her intently. Give me that
Stop
visual
looking at her.
calculus.
Look around. What do you see?
Entrance to the yard?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Noted, but I'll keep it to myself.
Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you.
I have to run. So someone's keeping an eye on me. That's suspicious. So supposedly if someone's online, a boss mob will spawn, but it's usually 12 and 1 p.m. or midnight 1 a.m. Ugh, those are awful times. Where's the rest of the armor? Run the number on the victim's armor. So I could run the serial number. Ask around about tattoos. Gotta get the body down. I can talk to Kim about the case. Okay, I think these are all things we're gonna have to do next time. Because I am exhausted. It is 12:30. Okay, that's it. Oh man, I love this game though. I'm loving this game. This is fantastic. The narration's great. The dialogue, just everything's written very well. I like the art direction a lot. It's fun. And it's very thinky. Asking people things in the right order, and it's a lot of fun. I like it. Alright. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's going to be it for me for tonight, though. Sorry, Jorstar, for coming by so late, but I appreciate the resub. And I appreciate you coming by anyway. It's good to see you. I'm going to be back on Thursday. We're going to keep going with this. I think this is the next game we're going to play. Yeah, that cute little bunny, puzzle bunny. I love the bunny, but it fucking kicked the shit out of me, that friggin' bunny. Alright. Anyway. Thanks, Saul, for coming by, too. It's always good to see you, of course. Got more space engineers to play as well. And I know Kyotri is no longer here because she's watching the election coverage. I can hear her fretting. Oh well, what can you do? Alright, anyway. Have a good one, both of you. Thanks very much for coming by. Thanks, everyone. If you're just lurking, for watching and hanging out today. Hope to see you all on Thursday. Enjoy your week. Okay, have a good night, everyone. See ya.